First of all, I was raised like, don't be a bitch, work as hard as you can. And no one gives a f if you don't have enough money, nobody gives a f if you're hungry, nobody gives a f if you're tired. You're the only one that can fix that. Dude, this is all I f***ing have right now. Like, I gotta make this so I can make my f***ing wife's life better, so I can do what I want. Like, this is, I have to do this. 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 Rob Bailey! Hustle standard! We do what the fuck we want! Let's go!
So, hi, welcome to my channel, KKBTL, Kris Kross Bigger Than Life. The video I'm doing today, it's obviously in English, and it's a little bit of a story of what I've been doing for past, well, couple of years. As some of you might know, I competed in 2014 and 2015. Then I had some health issues, some gastric intestinal problems, which were very serious, that lead to autoimmune disease. The autoimmune disease that really affected me is fibromyalgia, which is inflammation mainly of the tendons. And the worst about it is that you don't only get gut problems where you feel bloated, you feel weak, you feel sleepy, and you just don't feel well at all. But then on top of that, you get inflammation in your knees, in your elbows, and in your whole body. So basically your whole body is aching, and lifting weights with pain is horrible. So I took a year off in 2016, and I just started training in March 2017. You can see the picture transformation I put up. That's 16 weeks transformation. I decided it's time to hit the gym again. The health has improved. It's big difference to what it was, but unfortunately the autoimmune disease, it's still somewhere there in the background, so it still does bother my knees and my elbows, which makes quite awkward to train. But if there is a will, there is a way. So stretching, massage, different sort of therapies, they do help, and they able me to train, and hopefully I'll be able to make some good gains very soon. So in that period of time, in that period of 4 months, I did very basic diet. My carbs were mainly around the workout period. Other meals were based on protein and fat bases, so I had pretty much no carbs till I trained. So I had 3 protein and fat meals before I trained. Then I trained, and for training I use Pepto Pro and cyclic dextrin as a sort of performance enhancer, and just to keep the body in the anabolic state all the time. For the workout, and then obviously a big carbohydrate meal after training. For me it was usually Cocoa Pops, which is my favorite carb source after training. You can see the diet. You can see the diet on the screen. I'm gonna show you in a second. how the diet looked like. So in terms of diet, obviously the diet was progressive. We were cutting calories as we get on, as this is what you do, you know. If you want to get lean, you need to have a progression, whether it's the diet, the cardio, the training, the drugs, whatever that might be. So the calories been reduced every now and then. On top of that, I did cardio. I started off 4 times a week of just half an hour. Then we went to 45 minutes every day, first thing in the morning. And on top of that, we also added some walks, you know, like 40 minutes before bed, before last meal, you know, just walk around the town at kind of faster pace, I'd say. So that's cardio. The training was based on 3 days on, 1 day off. So I trained the whole body in 3 days, and then I rested for a day, then I trained for another 3 days, I rested a day. So basically I trained every body part pretty much twice a week. The main objective of the training was progressive overload. So, you know, I had my book. I write down everything. I write down every set, every rep. You know, I write comments about how I feel about the exercise, or if it was too heavy, or if my technique was a little off, or possibly a bit of a pain here and there. So I did note everything, just to make sure I'm on point every time I train. And when I walk into the gym, I just look in the book, I see what the targets are, and I know I gotta beat them. So that's the purpose of the workout, whether I get a few more reps or I put some weight on, you know, I put some more weight on the bar. And I did manage to pretty much every single time improve. Maybe not on every lift, but on at least few lifts every single time. So that was crucial. That's why when you look at the pictures, you know, I only lost 9 pounds. That's it. I lost 9 pounds. And when you see the pictures, you know, the body looks different. So it tells a lot. It tells a lot. And when someone tells me that building muscle and burning body fat at the same time, it's impossible, it's bullshit. Whether you don't know the way, or you just simply, you know, not doing what you have to do in order to get that result. And not many people know how to do it. But yeah, every time I do my transformation, I hit it every time. The volume of training was pretty low. I didn't really do many sets. I'm gonna give you an example of a leg workout. So I trained biceps and legs. I trained on one day, then on the second day I trained chest, shoulders and triceps, then on the third day I trained back, and then I rested a day. So let's go back to biceps and leg session. So I started off incline curls. I did rest pause for 12 reps on that. So what it means is that you basically pick up the weight that you can do around about 12 reps. You always go to failure every time. If you can do more reps, you do more reps. If the weight's too heavy, then obviously you do less. But you're always aiming to fail. So you do that set, then you rest 20 seconds, then you go again at the same weight, then you rest 20 seconds again, and you go again at the same weight. So you do it 3 times, and that's it. That's done. That's one exercise done. You move to the next one. For me, it was dumbbell preacher curl, and I used a technique called 6x4. So I did 6 sets of 4 reps with 10 seconds in between. But because I was doing single arm curls, I was just alternating hands. So I did 4 reps on left, 4 reps on left, or on right, 4 reps on left, 4 reps on right, 6 times. Of course, on the last set, if I felt like I got some in, I would go to as many reps as I could possibly get. But the aim is to hit it, 6 times, 4 repetitions to failure. And that's it. That's bicep done. Not a big deal. Then we move on to bicep stretch, which we hold 60 to 80 seconds approximately. And then we move on to legs. We start with hamstrings. It was seated hamstring curl. We did rest pause for 12. So again, we pick the weight for 12 reps, and we try to hit the failure 3 times, resting 20 seconds in between. That'll give you some, hell of a pump to start the workout. Then move to a compound movement, which is squat. Then I just bang 3 straight sets of 8 to 10 reps. And again, the warm up, you pretty much warm up to the main set, just doing a few reps on the weights to build up, and then you hit your main set as heavy as you can. And on the second and third set, you reduce weight by 10%, just to hit the same, range of repetitions. So for me, it was 8 to 10. So I did 3 sets on that. That was already, quite intense. Then we move on to leg press, and then again it's rest pause for 12. So we pick the weight for 12 reps, and we hit the failure 3 times. Rest 20 seconds in between those. We move on again, and that's a goblet squat. So we pick up the dumbbell, and we do 6 times 4 again. Next exercise, leg extensions. So it's just drop set, just 1 set, 3 drop sets on 1 set. We aiming for 15 reps, and we just doing a triple drop set on that. We move on to quad stretch right away. We hold the quad stretch from 60 to 80 seconds, and then we move on to finish off the hamstrings. For hamstrings, we do dumbbell deadlifts, stiff leg dumbbell deadlifts. We do 15 reps on that, then we wait 60 seconds. We move on to lying down curl for hamstring. We try to hit 10 to 12, rest 60 seconds, go back to the deadlift. We hit 15 reps on straight leg deadlift, rest 60 seconds. We move on into a hamstring curl, lying down hamstring curl, and straight after that we go to hamstring stretch. We hold the stretch between 60 to 80, and then we just finish off with calf raises, 3 sets of 15 reps. So this is just an example of the workout I do, and I have 3 different workouts for each body part. so I'm not repeating the same workout every time. I get 3 different ones, and I just keep rotating them. So that's training. Training was intense. Training was hard, sweaty, you know. Great, I love it. Awesome. Drug-wise, obviously drugs were involved, as most guys do. I didn't use that much, really. In my opinion, I used a lot more in the past. So I used 500 mg of test. That was SUS. 500 mg of Masteron E, and 500 mg of Equipoise. And I pretty much run it through the whole time. I also use a growth hormone. I used 4 IU a day of GH. I use clenbuterol at some point towards the end to burn some extra body fat. I did use T3, but only 1 tablet a day, so it wasn't nothing drastic, nothing crazy. Last 3 weeks, because of the diet restriction and all the cardio and just general weakness, we added some Anadrol tablets just to keep the strength up, just to keep, you know, the sessions going, really, because I was pretty drained at the time. I also use a product called Shreddable, and it's amazing product. It's great pre-workout. When you're cutting down, when you're cutting the calories, when you want to get shredded, it's awesome. I started with 1 cap just before training, and then I upped to 2 tablets first thing in the morning before the cardio, and then 1 pre-workout. So that was the end phase. That diet was a little different because my body fat was very high, and I found it quite, you know, it was quite slow. You know, when your body fat's really high, it takes a little while, and it takes the hormones mainly to get back into a normal range. You know, your insulin sensitivity, your thyroid function. So when your body fat's high, these things don't really function properly. So that's why you never try to put size on with body fat. If you carry a lot of body fat, you never try to bulk, because it doesn't make sense. You just get fat. So main reason for that, you know, recomp phase was just to cut enough body fat to be able to grow muscle. So I stopped. I did 16 weeks. I stopped around 3 weeks ago. Now on my week 4, I cut all the drugs out, a part of 250 milligrams of testosterone a week, which is nothing really. It's HRT dose. But what I'm doing, I'm sort of cruising, if you like, at the minute, just on 1 millitest a week. And my priority at the minute is to get my health as high, you know, as good as possible before I start, you know, bulking up, putting size on, however you call it. So I'm really focused now on the health purpose. What I did is that I cut out all the caffeine, all the pre-workout supplements with caffeine in it. I have no stimulants whatsoever. My main focus really now is recovering the digestive system and the immune system, and I'm going to talk about it in a separate video. Just how to help your body recover after, you know, blasting for a period of time, for people that have digestive issues, for people that get bloated, for people that feel unwell, even after taking orals or having some sort of intestinal problems, IBS, whatever it might be. I'm gonna make a video on that, and I'll make a video on how to prevent and also how to heal and slowly get out of it and improve your health through your gastrointestinal system, because this is really where your whole immune system is. It's in your intestine. If your intestines are, if your bacteria in your intestine is out of balance, you more prone to getting ill, basically, and your body is not recovering properly. You start getting sleeping problems, but that's one of the things. Sleeping problems. You start waking up through the night for a toilet, or you feel tired all the time, or you just feel like you don't want to do stuff. It just affects your well-being. But that's gonna be in another video. So what else can I say about the transformation? It was total commitment, day in, day out. I never missed a meal, I never missed a cardio session. I did everything I possibly could to achieve what I wanted in that period of time. It was good to be back in the gym, training hard, lifting some big weights again. But there's a lot more to come. But for me, for now, I'm taking it easy. I don't want to push my body too hard at this very moment. I want to make sure that everything's right before I start putting size up. What else I wanted to say? Other than, I'm using 250 milligrams of testosterone, and I'm also using 2 IUs of growth hormone, and that's it. But I'm using a lot of health supplements and some injections as well. But like I said, I'm gonna make a separate video about that. So that's for now. For now is recovery. For now is a little bit of chilling time, just relaxing as much as I can. It's now start 4th week of being on 250 mg a test. I'm actually up by 4 pounds. The pictures gonna come up. The diet hasn't really changed since. So when I stopped, the reduction phase, I kept the diet the same. I just get rid of the drugs, get rid of the cardio, got rid of all the stimulants, and I kept the diet the same just to keep the body fat levels same. So I didn't add any calories till after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I added some extra carbs. Post-workout, I added some carbs through the day, so the calories are a little bit higher. Just slowly building them up. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how much, if we can do any progress on 250 mg a test with a little increase in food over time. But that's not the main goal. Main goal is recovery. But if I can make some gains and if I can make some progress through that phase, as my training is always 100%, that would be great. But we'll see how it comes, you know. You never know what's gonna happen. We're gonna slowly build the calories up, you know, watch how the body looks, you know, you look at the pictures, based on pictures, make adjustments, as always. And that's it really for that video. Thanks for watching. I invite you to watch all of my videos, you know, get to know about me a little bit more and what I do, what my hobbies are, and if you enjoy, I'm happy. Peace.